Hi everybody, welcome back to Sheena's Perfect Bite. I have had so many people ask me to show them how to make the Persian rice with the crispy rice on top. It's called Tadiq. So I'm going to show you how to make that today. First, you need to start with a really good quality basmati rice. This is what I have. I got this at my local Middle Eastern store, but the regular grocery store will have a version of basmati rice. So that's what I have here. I have 3 cups soaking. You're gonna wanna wash it really, really well, like several times until the water is as clear as possible. And then you're gonna soak it in warm water at least an hour with salt in it. And this is a really important step because this will help the rice cook more evenly when it's on the stove. And we're gonna do things a little different. How they make their rice is they boil it first and then they steam it. So I'm gonna show you all of the steps. And it's not really difficult. You just need to follow the steps to get the rice the way that it's supposed to be. All right, so 3 cups soaking in warm, salty water. That's what this looks like. And now I'm gonna take you over to the stove and show you the next step. Okay, I'm gonna put the rice into the pot. You need to get your water boiling really hot. This is just the basic version of Persian rice. They have so many different variations. One of my favorites is lima beans with a lot of dill, and then another one with barberries. Zarish polo is what it's called, and it is so good. I will do videos on those later, but today I'm gonna show you just the basics with the normal rice. So get your water boiling really hot, and we want the water to literally be like salt water from the sea. So a ton of water or salt in your water, and we're gonna boil the rice. We're gonna par cook it basically. So get all of your rice into the water. And we're gonna boil this for about 5 to 8 minutes. Again, we are just par cooking it. So you're gonna see on the ends of the rice where it's gonna be kind of translucent and see-through, and then in the very center, it's gonna look still uncooked. And that's kind of what we want, because we're still gonna steam this after for a good amount of time, but we want it par cooked. That way the rice is very fluffy and it doesn't stick together. This is not a rice that will stick together. So I'll get this boiling and then I'll show you what it looks like after. All right, so it's been boiling for about 5 or 6 minutes. You can kind of see the rice is bigger. It's not cooked all the way through, but it is parboiled, and that's what we want. So we're going to strain this now. I'm gonna bring it over here. Ooh, that's a little hot. Let me grab a towel. Okay. Okay, my strainer is not big enough for all of this. So I'm gonna strain a little bit at a time, and then I'll show you what to do next. All right, so I strained all of the rice. This is what it looks like, and you can even taste it. Make sure it's salty enough. You kind of want it salty. If it needs more salt, you can add some here. Okay, so the next trick is getting the bottom of the pan prepared for the crispy part of the rice and to steam everything. So we're gonna put in a big chunk of butter, a little bit of water for the steam part, maybe, I don't know, 1/4 cup of water, or just enough to kind of fill the bottom of the pan. And then if you do butter by itself, it'll burn. So I do oil as well, more than you think you need. All right, so get that kind of hot on the bottom, get that butter all melted. Okay, and then we're going to gently put the rice in, and you kind of want to mound it up in the middle. This kind of helps the steam escape around the sides. So just kind of think of it like a little volcano in the center. Just lightly put it in there. Oh. Okay. You can kind of see in here how it's like mounded up in the center. And then you want to take the end of your spoon and poke it down into the bottom and make these little holes. These are going to be like little vent holes for the steam to come up through. Okay. Then the next trick is to take a clean dish towel, and we're going to put it over the pot. Put the lid on nice and tight, like really tight, and fold up the towel so you don't light it on fire. And this is going to help when the rice steams, instead of the water collecting on the bottom of the lid and then falling back into the rice, the towel is going to collect all that extra moisture, and that's what's going to help the bottom stay crispy and the rice not get too soggy and overcook and all of that. So we are gonna wanna turn the heat on high, or medium to medium high, depending on your stove and how hot your burner is. For mine, it gets pretty hot, so I'm gonna go just a little bit above medium, and I'm gonna leave it on there for 5 minutes to kind of start the browning process on the bottom of the pan. And then after 5 minutes, I'm gonna turn the heat down to low, and then I'm gonna let it finish steaming for 30 to 45 minutes. If you're cooking way more than 3 cups of rice, then let it go a little bit longer. I cook normally 2 to 3 cups, and 30 to 35 minutes seems to be just enough time. Sometimes at the end, I'll turn it up a little bit high just to get that extra crisp on the bottom, because it's kind of nerve-wracking. You never know. You're gonna flip this out over onto a plate, and you just hope that everything crisped up really well, and that your Tadiq on the bottom is really brown and delicious. So we're gonna let this go 5 minutes and then steam for 30 to 45, and then I'll show you when it's done. Okay, the rice is done. Now would be the time if you were going to do the saffron water with the rice. Now would be the time to kind of scoop out some of the rice and mix it with your saffron water. My store didn't have any saffron today, so I'm not going to do it right now. I will in the future though. And let's flip the rice. All right, everybody, it is time to flip the rice. This is the most nerve-wracking part. You can't see the bottom of the pan, so you hope that it has enough color and that it's done. I don't care if you've done this 100 times. It's still nerve-wracking. So I got myself a big platter. So let's try and, oh my gosh, be careful with this. All right, ready, everybody? Flip it quick, okay? 1, 2, 3. Woo. Okay, please let it be brown and nice and golden. Oh, there you go. Okay, so that crispy part, can you hear that? That is the Tadiq, and that is gold. That's what everybody fights over. Okay, so like I said, you should have some saffron water made, and you should take out just a couple spoonfuls of rice. You mix it with the saffron water, and then you kind of drizzle that or put that over the top of the rice when you're gonna serve it. Again, my store didn't have any saffron, so I'll have to find some, and I will do that for the next rice video when I make one of the variations. But I'm so excited to show you how to make this. My stepmom is from Iran, and she's the one that really introduced me, and her beautiful family introduced me to all of this amazing food. And I love cooking food that is from all different parts of the world. So I hope to do that more on this channel. But those are the techniques for the Persian rice with Tadiq. There's also a version where there's potatoes on the top. We're gonna try that too. But please make this. Let me know below how it turned out for you. And subscribe to my channel. And thank you, everybody. Bye.